Hey guys, so in my last video you probably saw me make this textured piece of art. If you haven't, please go check it out. However, I have slept on it and I've just been staring at it, and I can conclude that I really don't like this piece. I think there's just too much texture on it, so I'm going to try my hardest and try and fix it somehow. I just remembered that my sister kindly donated me some gold sheets as well, so I thought, let me paint it white and then see if, what's this called, gold leaf can save it. White and gold is nice. So I've started painting it in white just to go over, but I really don't like using a brush. I think because, especially with these textured parts, when you put paint over them, it applies too much on, and I think because so much paint carries onto the brush, and when I try to dab it off, it just doesn't look as nice. So I found this sponge thing. Hopefully it will give it a nicer texture when I do paint. I really don't like seeing brush strokes like here. I don't like seeing brush strokes like that because it is a textured piece. As you guys know, I love keeping it as it is, but for the purpose of the gold leaf, I will have to paint it so it has something to stick onto. I mean, the brush is okay, but it doesn't get right in between the cracks like it does for the paintbrush. That literally looks like I'm just painting my wall. Versus okay, looks like I have to stick with my paintbrush. I think probably because the paintbrush has finer brush hairs as opposed to this stodgy sponge. Okay, so I changed my mind, and because this is a textured piece of art, it's good to have all sorts of textures. So you have the brush strokes here, and I thought I'll use the sponge to make some sort of dabbing motion, and at least you kind of have, like, when you see the art piece, you're like, oh, that's an interesting piece, and then when you go further in, you're like, ooh, it's actually got brush strokes and there's some dabbing action going on here. So there's some areas like here which I really don't like as part of the painting, so I mean, it's not really sticking. Thought I'd just use my hand. I feel like I've ruined it.
Why? Gosh.
This just makes me feel like Christmas. I don't know if I like it. Should I keep going? I think I'm just gonna keep going. What's that saying? Start as you mean to go on.
Yeah.
Is that the saying?
That is how that saying goes.
Start as the mean to go on.
Start as you mean to go on.
Start as I mean to go on.
But how do you mean to go on?
Oh, I don't know, mate. It's okay. Art is usually beautiful disasters.
I agree.
You agree?
I sort of agree.
I'm gonna use my hands though. Because when I use the paintbrush, it kind of like sticks on the sheet, and then it looks like you've just got glue all over it. I really feel like I've ruined a nice piece, like a decent piece. Excuse the hair, I did not expect to be on camera. I've got paint in my hair, but it's fine. So I've been looking at this piece. I'm just looking at it and I don't know if I still like it or not. And then my lovely husband, he just reminded me that we have an easel. So because I've just been looking at it on the floor, kind of like, do I like it? Do I not? I think it will make a difference once it's on the easel. I thought I could do a thing where I could smush it out because, I don't know, I was just trying something new. I thought it looked alright. And I did the same on this side. And now I've put it on the easel. I can 100% confirm, most definitely, that I do not like this gold leaf. And I think it looks absolutely horrendous. So I'm probably going to paint over it, maybe add some more filler because the gold is coming through. I did try to paint over this bit here and it has left a lot of speckles. So I'll probably have to add more filler on top of it and probably just try and fix it somehow. Okay, so some things that I have probably learned from this piece is actually a tip, because I had it on a floor, and I know probably many of us, we paint on our floor because this is the most space where we have, and also if you don't have an easel, then the floor is probably the next best thing. So whilst I was doing it on the floor, actually I couldn't actually see some of the areas that I haven't painted because the polyfiller I used was white. I couldn't actually see where I'd actually painted. So if you can, maybe prop it upwards and have it facing out towards the light, or make sure that the light is somehow directly hitting onto it. So at least that way you can actually see where you've painted and where you haven't. As for the gold leaf, I think it's an idea that I've had on the back of my mind for a very long time. Glad I tried it. I don't know why I didn't think immediately, oh, gold and white, it's giving me Christmas, winter wonderland vibes. But yeah, I really didn't like it. But that's the thing, I think when it comes to painting or creating textured art or any kind of art piece, as I said earlier, like sometimes it's the disastrous piece of art which turns out to be the most beautiful pieces ever. So I mean, it's not bad. I'll probably keep this one for myself. I was hoping to try and sell it, but I'm happy with it altogether. Like, it's still a really nice piece. I think my thing is just maybe keep it white and keep it simple. As for the texture, maybe there's no such thing as too much texture, but it's fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please do so, and I'll see you guys in the next video.